Hey, everybody. We're live July 18th. We are live. There is the link. All right. Last week went really good. We had a lot of good discussions on small engine. It lasted most of the 2 hours, really. Small engines, people came on, different people, and I think it went really well. So this week, same format. We're going to get on, we're going to talk small engines. If you have a story or a problem or a question, put it in the chat or come on panel and talk about it. If it gets to the point where we're all done talking, there's no more small engine chat or anything of interest to us, then it's over. But at this point, like I said, we had a great 2 hours last week. I hope we have the same this week. So the link is out there. I sent some emails out, so hopefully people got them and they'll come on. But I'll start out. I had a couple of things yesterday and today I was working on. And a shout out to my friend Tom in Australia, Vintage Engine Repair. He's like Mr. Two Stroke, and he helped me a great deal. We had a Poulon 42cc saw, Craftsman 18/42. It's black with the easy start, whatever you want to call it, super start. And it needed fuel lines and some other things, but basically just all the fuel lines, fuel filter, they all rot off and everything. So I put all those on and didn't want to start. Well, it turns out, as we found out, hey Thomas, how you doing? It turns out that it was a dependent carburetor. Those of you that don't know what a dependent carburetor is, you have to open up the high speed screw that leads to the high speed drilling about 5 turns before it'll feed the low speed. So if you only have the high speed open a turn and a half, um, the link's right here. Well, it's in the chat. Hold on. Should be in the chat. I see it here. Hey, Mike, Randy. Anyway, so we opened it up to about 5 turns. Then we were able to get the low speed to react, and it started. And we actually got it tuned pretty well. We were tuning it today in a piece of wood. It was cutting really well. So that was number one. The second thing we got was and a lot of you guys probably seen these and have these, a Steel HS45 trimmer, hedge trimmer. And what was with that one at first, it had a uh, broken primer bulb. So sometimes just the primer bulb will get it to go. So I put a primer bulb in it. Still didn't want to start. So I took it apart and it's not. Huh. Hold on. Let me see. I have add channels. Yeah, it says it's streaming on Ken Small Engine. It says it's streaming, Randy. Hold on. Uh, let's see. Hold on. Paste. All right. All right. Should be there now then. Says it was there. Anyway. So HS45 carburetor, and this was a kind of a strange one. Put the primer bulb in, didn't want to start. Um, Ended up, I took the carburetor apart. The fuel pump diaphragm was a little crispy. The metering diaphragm, not too bad, but it's old. So I happen to have the diaphragms and the fuel pump and all that. So we put the new ones in, and let's see, we put the new diaphragms and everything in. We got it running, but it would still only run on full throttle. Would only run half choke, and that means something internally or seals or whatever. But what I think it was, Tom deduced that the accelerator pump on that C1Q carburetor was leaking. And the way you can tell is you pump the primer bulb on a C1Q while you're throttling the throttle shaft back and forth. And if there's a leak in the accelerator pump, it won't fill the bulb up. It'll barely fill it. And that's what was happening. So I called the guy up and I said, look, your choice. Need a new carburetor. I said, and I gave him a price and all that. Hold on, I think Hank is here. Oh, hey Hank.
Howdy, howdy.
So or Tom figured out it was the accelerator pump. So called the guy up, said, this is how much it's going to be. If you just want to leave it the way it is, just run it at half choke, and it runs great. It's just that the accelerator pump's leaking, and it's not going to run with full choke off. It'll idle all day, it just won't accelerate. So he called me up. He goes, "Yeah, I gave him, like I said, cheap price for what I did." He said, "Yeah, he'll take it like that, whatever." So he didn't want to spend the money on a carburetor. So whatever. So that's what I'm going to. Hank, what you had issues with your rider mower? What was it? John Deere?
Yeah, John Deere was D104, and last week when I was cutting the grass, I experienced something that I never really did before. Hi, Wayne.
Anyway.
The It wasn't like it was misfiring, and it wasn't like it was you know pulsating. It was like it ran and then maybe a minute and then it back off, oh, slow. Then it ran and then it back off and
Now
slow.
this is a Briggs Intech V twin.
Yeah, 20
Okay.
horsepower. Yep. And so I couldn't figure out what it was at the time. That was last week. So this week I went out there and I figure I check, go step by step, find out what's wrong with it. And I know it's got to do with the gas, the carburetor or the gas. Could be water in the gas, could be clogging the line, could be clogging the 90 because the gas tank's in the back, and it sucks up through a tube and into the 90 and then out into the filter and all that. So I figured I'd do a step by step, and what I did find out it was the gas pump itself because when I disconnected it, it wasn't pulsating any fuel out of the gas pump.
Mm-hmm.
But so it must have been the carburetor or the vacuum must have been sucking gas from the gas tank slowly
Yeah.
because it would run and then slow
Yeah.
down.
Sometimes if the tank is higher than the pump, you'll get a little bit of gravity action. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. But my gas tank is in the back.
Ah,
It's
okay. I
not
got you.
high. Yeah.
I got you.
So it must have sucked gas from the back
Yeah. Yeah.
without the pump pulsating.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it was pretty interesting. I thought, what's going on over here?
That's cool.
But it was the pump, yeah.
Wayne, what's going on?
Not too much, boys.
What kept you busy this week?
Oh, it was really hard to breathe around here. We got all that smoke coming from
Oh,
Oh,
believe me, we had 3 days down here where you'd walk out. It was like L.A. smog, yellow,
yeah.
smelled like you had a campfire.
yeah.
Yesterday, you could smell the burning timber, like you could smell the
Where's that
smell of
coming
burning
from, though?
wood.
Is it Ontario? Where's it actually coming from?
Yeah, it's all up in northern Ontario. It's massive, massive. For what do they got? 185 or 191 for like different fires.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then the number might get smaller, but that's because two or three might join together in one, and then
Yeah.
that one gets a one, and so yeah, it's not good. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was burning my throat too. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
can't go.
It
Yeah.
it got into our HVAC systems at work, and like I said, we got about 3 million square feet. So, it was you'd walk out in the hallways, and it seemed like the smelled like the building was on fire.
yeah. I hear Trump's gonna fine Canada for polluting the U.S.
Yeah. Hey, the other night, not to change the subject, but the networks wouldn't even televise his speech.
No.
No,
That's a first. I don't think they've ever done that. So,
well,
anyway, Michael has a question here. What do we got? Partner BV24 blower found the carb to the engine insulator. It would work. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vacuum leaks. I mean, we always do our north, south, east, west test for seals, but generally you use carb spray or brake clean around all the joints to see if it either kills the engine, or if you use propane, it'll raise the RPM. So that's cool. Did you fix it though, Mike? You got it all fixed? Hopefully you got it fixed. Oh, here's the star of the show. Hold on.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Somebody turn the sun off. It is hot and humid. I can't stand that mess. Mm-mm.
Now, we got rain here finally. We haven't had rain in quite a while.
yep.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to rain for like the next 20 hours, I think, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we're
Hell of a
supposed to
wind.
get a big storm here tonight.
Hell
Yeah.
of a wind out there. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
yeah. 110-kilometer winds coming this afternoon here around 4 o'clock.
Wow.
Ow.
What you eating, Hank?
Let me see.
Oh, my wife gets those. Yeah, my wife buys those.
Should be eating cottage cheese, Hank.
I already had that.
So did I.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back in December, we got a pressure washer from a neighbor. Her husband had passed away, and we don't know if the pump was any good or not. We bought the riding mower off of them, but we decided, they said, look, just take this pressure washer. So I figured, you know what, this is a good opportunity for me to go and clean the carburetor, put our fuel into it, our 91 octane, 5% ethanol fuel with our BG SC2 stabilizer, and see if this thing's going to run after a period of time. Now, Terrell did his video and he fired up these pressure washer motors every month. What I did is I left that engine in the shed, which, because the heat changes so much in a shed, you get faster degradation of the fuel. And
Yeah.
I didn't run it. So it's been 8.5 months. And
Wow.
Chubby Butcher came over the other day, fired up after 3 pulls, and ran like a clock. So the next thing I got to do is I got to pull the carb bowl off and see if there's any ethanol jellification inside. But I don't think there is. But it just proves that stabilizer, like if it would have been just straight fuel without that stabilizer in, I don't think it would have fired up.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I've had one customer, every time he brings me something, I'd say 50% of the time, I drain his fuel out, put mine in my mix, and it's fine. And he'll say, oh, but I'm using the canned fuel. Yeah, but how old is it? Once
Yeah.
you open it, you know what I mean? All bets are off. And, I'll throw in a tractor or something, but after a couple of months, I don't trust it, And I don't care what brand.
I like when the customers leave their gas in it, because then you can figure out that their gas is bad or whatever. If they drain it and put new gas in it, now you're wondering.
Yeah.
What
But
is
even
it?
when they drain it and put the new stuff in, if their can's been sitting for a year, they think, oh, it's in a sealed metal can.
True.
It's fine. And no, it's never fine.
No.
Then I had a couple of guys from Niagara Falls come down to look at a couple of generators we had, and they were sending them. What these guys do is they buy a bus and they load the bus up with generators, welders, water pumps, oxyacetylene tanks, and they ship them off to Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
And then the family in Nigeria, like what we sell stuff for here in Canada and the US, is nothing compared to what they're going to get for this stuff in Nigeria.
Yeah. I'm surprised they could get fuel easy enough down there.
Yeah. Anyways, I said, listen, I got this one generator over here. I said it's got our I haven't started it in, I don't know, it's been like a year. And the inverter, Briggs & Stratton, I think it was a P2000. That thing fired up first pull, but that had the canned fuel in it, the Kinetics canned fuel.
Yeah.
And it fired up first pull on choke. Then when I pulled out the other one, that one was sitting in there for about 2.5 years, and all the canned fuel that was in it had evaporated. So I went and put a half a liter of our fresh fuel in with our stabilizer, put it on choke, give it a little bit of time for the carb to fill up, figuring the carb was likely empty. That thing fired up first pull and run like a clock. So they bought both of them. But just to prove that canned fuel and the stabilized fuel, I don't care what anybody says. If it's a good stabilizer, I don't think it's snake oil. I think it does the job.
Yeah, I haven't seen that BG stuff down here.
It's only over here. We can only get it through automotive. Jake's got I think the company that he orders it from is called Wagon Master. That's the company that he. As a matter of fact, my first name Wayne. If you look for translation, supposedly that's the name, Wagon Master.
Yeah, Mike, octane booster will boost the octane, but it's not going to make varnished fuel unvarnished.
No.
If it's already started to phase separate, you're done.
Yeah.
And you can smell it when it starts to smell like turpentine or get like yellowy in color and stuff. You could tell.
Yeah.
And another reason too, or another thing, put a little drop on a piece of cement or light it on fire. The old stuff won't light, or it'll be hard to light.
Yeah,
Hey, Wagon Master.
yeah.
Your last name should be John too.
John
Wayne,
Wayne.
the Wagon Master.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say that as Americans and Canadians, we pay.
For colleagues and opponent for students, as they remember.
In the other room.
oh,
As Americans and Canadians, we do pay a hell of a lot more than Nigerians and any of those islands or anything like that for fuel and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford it, they pay a lot less.
Mm.
As Americans, they rip us off left and right.
yeah.
Well, I know today I went to fill up the truck. I don't know what. Maybe I'm not driving as much, but it only took half a tank. But the station I went to 2 weeks ago, it was $3.65. It's back up to $4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everything went back up. Well, they're playing around with that Strait again and the oil tankers and all that crap. So,
Yeah.
oh, where's this? Who's that? Jay?
Hey guys,
Yo, what's up,
Jay?
Jay?
how's it going?
Generator J.
Generator
Yeah,
J.
I know, you're not kidding. I have 4 of them going on right now. It's like Generator City over here.
They're hard to sell over here.
They're hard to sell here too.
Here too.
Yeah, they're hard to sell unless you get a tornado going through and people got no power. Then you can't buy one.
Right.
It's true.
Oh, well, somebody did a video on backup generators for your house and how you're supposed to wire them up.
Yep.
They showed the plug on the generator. Instead of it being female, it was male. Because, you got a backup generator with a female plug. Then you get what they call a suicide cord.
Oh, to the dryer.
Yeah. That's like I said. This guy said, you want the
Rather
generator.
than suicide plug, that really should be called murder plug because people hook it up without turning off the main breaker and they kill people who are like the linemen's working on the line when they turn the power, back feeding into the grid.
Yeah. Because this guy, he was talking about, people try to back feed to the dryer plug.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you shut your main off, that's
Yes.
fine. But then you're going through all that other wiring and stuff, and you
Yeah.
gotta watch.
It's still illegal, and I get why people do it, but yeah, it's really dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, I finally got my new package. I ordered 2 tubes of Echo Red Armor foot grease for my weed eaters. I ordered it off eBay. They said it was delivered. Well, I went to check the mailbox. The package was in the mailbox, but guess what? The bag was empty.
Oh wow.
I sent the seller. It's called Powered by Moyer over in Pennsylvania. I sent him a picture, but I finally Googled his number. I called the company. I told the guy what happened. He said they'll send me 2 more. Well, he said they're supposed to be in here Friday. Well, they showed up today, but I'm like, turn the camera around.
Yeah, Michael Roberts, I forgot to add you onto the American and Canadian list.
Nah, that is 1 8-ounce tube. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, they're like $22.
Yeah, I just say that with taxes and shipping, these two tubes were $61 or something for two of them.
Holy cow.
Yep. And that was off eBay.
Yep. I always use the steel ones. However, they don't work on the Echo. You just can't get into them. I like how the steel ones have like the little thread-on tip, where you can thread it right onto the fitting, but it doesn't work with the Echo ones.
Yeah, this had the thread on, but the thing is, I got to cut this piece off here, then thread it.
Yep.
I've had the steel.
Oh, with the base?
Yeah, I've had the steel brand. They came in a kind of aluminum looking tube. Yeah. Nah. The thing is, I would read the foot on my FS86 weed eater.
Yep.
And the thing is, the guy, when they picked up, dang, that thing said, well, it ain't because I put too much grease up. It's the motor out. It's made out of cast aluminum or magnesium.
Yep.
But I'm like, yeah. They like, oh, this thing's heavy. I'm like, well, I'll run it every day, all day. So, like I said, it was metal housing back now, but now it's all plastic. You can't find anything with actual metal housing on it. Hell, man. I just got to send a guy.
On the Echo trimmers, if you have the deflector on the Echo trimmers, you kind of need to have the long tube, or else you're not going to be able to get around that deflector.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and somebody bought me 2 cans of engineer fuel. I wanted Echo Red Honor, but he went to a place. He got me 2 32-ounce cans of Kawasaki pre-mixed. I'm like, what? Damn, I didn't know Kawasaki made 2 soccer equipment.
Hmm. Grandpa Kevin, oh my God.
Yeah, I see this.
Yeah, I haven't seen
we
him
haven't
for
seen
a
Kevin in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally got
Briggs and Stratton.
Yeah. Go
Briggs
ahead.
and Stratton owns Murray, right?
Yep. That
Owns
is
what?
Murray Moore.
Briggs and Stratton owns Murray.
Yeah, Murray out of
So we
Murray.
got
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Robert, stop.
Robert breaking up.
Yeah.
Briggs owns what? Murray, you said?
Yeah, do they own Murray? I think they
Yeah.
own Murray. So
Yeah, they own Murray.
yeah, so we got a guy that calls us up. He's got a 42-inch Murray riding mower, and he wants a blade engagement cable installed. So he wants to bring the rider down. So I said, listen, send me the model number first so I can check if I've got this part. So he sends it down. I can't pull up the model number, but it's an MT100 riding mower. So we check the model, we check that, and we get a parts diagram, and we get this number for this blade engagement cable. 2109 800 292A. So we type that into Briggs and Stratton, into Power Source, where we get all our Briggs and Stratton parts, and it doesn't come up. So we said, what the heck's going on here? Briggs and Stratton, it's a Briggs and Stratton product. It should come up, but maybe it's no longer available. But normally the number comes up. It's 2109 800 292A. So then we check it on Google, and it comes up on Amazon.com. Jake, I have Jake check. He says it's only available in the US of A because that Murray was made in the States, and Canada does not sell that cable. And I think in the States, I think it came up as $50 US for that blade engagement cable.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I
So-
would check with Tom Dobie. Tom Dobie has a lot of those.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cables.
Yeah, so luckily this guy's wife happens to work in the US, lives in Canada, works in the States. So he just texted me and he said he ordered it. I said, you might have to go to a Briggs & Stratton dealer in the States. He's got it on order, and then they'll ship it to where she works, and she'll get it there and bring it back. And then he'll bring the rider over and we'll put it on.
There you go.
But weird, like it's just weird that
What-
we couldn't find it here through Briggs and Stratton.
What's that part number?
2109 800 292A, as in Alex.
Are Murray riders any better than their crappy push mowers?
Yeah, deck engagement cable. It shows it on Amazon. Hold on. For let's see, $130.
$130.
Yeah.
Holy shit. No, the
That's
Murray,
US.
the Murray, you know what, Jay, the Murray push mowers over here, we've got a bunch of the old Murray 22-inch push mowers.
Yep.
And I mean, they made a good deck because most of the old Murrays we get, the decks are solid. They're not rusted out. And you look at them when you get them, and they haven't been, like, I'd say, well maintained where it's perfectly clean. Yeah, that's the baby. That's it.
Look at Kenny all clean shaven.
What's that?
Yeah, I even
Kenny
trimmed
all
up
clean
one
shaven.
and got the haircut
I know.
again. Hank,
It's
got
so
the haircut
it was
again,
so
Hank.
hot. We had that smoke and all that other stuff.
Oh,
It
I
was
know.
nasty.
Yep.
Well, us Canadians are just glad to ship you Americans a little bit of smoke for all the tariffs that we got put on us.
Hey, Marty.
It wasn't too bad the first day or two, but the last couple of days before today, it was bad.
Yeah,
Well,
we had 2 days where, and the whole building smelled.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse. There's more fires.
Yep.
Are they just letting them just do what
No,
they
they
do?
got all the provincial air bombers up there. They got helicopters dropping. The Canadian military has got all their airplanes and helicopters out there evacuating people, most of them indigenous natives that live on reserves and up in the northern territories where there's, like, you don't have a lot of roads in and out of these places. Like, there might be one road. You see the video of that train that had to wait for the other one to pass? It got caught right in the fire.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. The one train he had to pull off on the side to let another train come flying through. And he's on the radio, radioing, can you speed it up a little bit? It's getting pretty hot over here, and the flames are on both sides of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
And they're
crazy.
inside the, oh, yeah. So the union, they just said, that's it. We're not running any rails. None of our employees are running any rail lines through areas that are in fire.
Wow.
Yep.
That's good.
Just a safety issue, right? Like, we ain't going.
Might
Yeah.
as well jump right in the fire, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. So what are you working on, Jay? Just generators? You got other stuff?
I mean, I have 3 lawnmowers outside the front here. I've been waiting for my wife to freak out on me. Usually I'm good with like 1 to 2 things overflowing into the yard, but it gets more than 2 and, she starts squawking. But yeah, right now I have 4 generators I'm working on. I have like 3 mowers that I've backburnered. This right here, I had to repaint because it was just really rusty and nasty.
Yeah. I guess you and Condon get a lot of those storm responders.
We do a lot. We really do. It's true.
Cool.
He actually just hooked me up with a rotor bolt this morning, which is probably going to make it so I can reassemble this thing. You'll see it in next week's video. I think next Saturday's. The rotor actually fell off the crankshaft. So,
Oh, wow. What,
yeah.
the bolt came out and just disappeared?
Yep. The bolt, I don't know. It's possible someone might have monkeyed around and taken this thing apart and just loosely reassembled it and then didn't disclose that when they sold it. But yeah, long story short, to kind of ruin the video, I had gotten to what I thought was the end of the video. I was doing a load test on this machine, a Troy-built generator, and the hertz, like the engine speed, the frequency started dropping. The voltage went like in half. But I can hear by my ear, it sounded like it was the normal 60 hertz,
Yeah.
But what was actually happening was the rotor had gotten loose on the crankshaft and it wasn't spinning at the full speed the engine was spinning at. And it was both damaging the rotor bolt the rotor and the crankshaft on the engine.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yep,
he
that
asked
works.
me. Good.
Go ahead, Kenny.
No, Wayne. Condon asked me the other day about torque specs for a certain Briggs engine, and I sent him a link because sometimes Briggs will put out a sheet with all the different specs for a particular engine, and
Yep.
I think I'll see if I can throw the link in here. But a lot of people, when you're looking at a standard generic Briggs engine, most of
Yeah.
the torques are the same for the base or the head bolts or valve cover
Yeah.
and all that. So
Yep.
I'll see if I can put the link in here.
Was it a flathead or overhead valve?
Let's see. Yeah, it was overhead. Yep.
What I'm finding recently is the those old check charts, like the really old ones, they
Yeah.
are completely different than the actual like Briggs service manual. They're totally different.
Yeah, I'll show you this one here real quick. This one. Let's see.
oh wow. Yeah.
This is for Intech, which
Okay.
is common to a lot of the different things, but there's two
Is it
different
446?
sheets, and it's got
Oh,
basically
yeah.
every type of fastener and all that. I mean, it's a good
Yep.
generic sheet, and he
Yeah.
even said it pretty much looked like a lot of that would apply to what he was doing. But
Yep.
it's a place called mymower.com.
Yep. I've always used that outdoor power info site, but lately I found that there's a lot of inaccuracies on it that just aren't right.
Mm. Yeah, this one's mymower.com. MyMower Parts. MyMowerParts.com.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of stuff from them. Always some sort of email.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or do they sell stuff like parts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
get-
a regular site.
I haven't
Oh.
bought anything from them yet, but I keep on getting an
Let me
email.
see if I can call it up and share screen. Hold on.
You know who's been sending me daily emails is Friday Parts. Like I get a lot of requests to do like sponsorships and stuff, and I turn them all down. But that Friday Parts company, they've literally been emailing me every single day.
Oh, you know what it is, guys? It's that K&T Parts House.
What is it?
K&T Parts House. They're really good when it comes to manuals.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. I'll see if I can share screen. Hold on. What the hell is it? Share screen.
Ooh, it's pouring out.
Yeah.
Screen.
Well, that's the worst thing that's going to happen here is we got thunderstorms coming up in the northern area where all the fires are. They're concerned that there's going to be more fires starting because of the lightning,
Lightning.
not getting enough rain to put the fires out.
Shoot. Hopefully the rain will help.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's through isn't it through parts?
Oh, replacement parts.
parts.
Yeah. Where'd it go? Yeah.
Yeah, it's K&T. It's got the red letters and stuff. What's that? Well, that's the replacement. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
parts.
popped up when I put down K&T Parts.
Yeah, but no, type in mymowerparts.com.
Hmm.
One word, mymowerparts.com. And then K&T will come up. And what's cool is it has every single brand you could ever want, and you pick it. My Mower Parts. What do you got, a tarot koozie over there?
Yeah. You saw that, huh?
There you go.
Sir Pete from UK sent me that, I believe.
Let's see. I'm trying to share screen, but it's not working right. Share screen. Allow to share screen. Share entire screen. There it is. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So if you click on Briggs and Stratton engine parts, whatever you're looking for, internal parts, all that stuff. Let's see.
It's just in the States, right?
So if we do that, and you type in any part you want, quick search, it'll come in. But yeah, K&T is pretty good. They got manuals. They got basically any part you'd want, and their prices are pretty good too, actually. But if you go in, where the hell is it? Let's see. Repair manuals. Yeah, see right here? Briggs and Stratton spec charts.
Yeah.
Oh, how come that didn't come up? Engine information. Let's see. Oh, why isn't it coming up? Let's type on something else. Generac. Uh-oh, now it's not working. Let's see.
Could it be trying to do a pop-up and you have a pop-up blocker on or something?
I don't know. That's weird. Let me get out of it. Hold on. Ooh, the infinity. Hold on.
The infinity screen.
Every time I type it in there, son of a gun, that goes all the way to Amazon. Boom.
Oh, we lost Robert. Yeah, K&T Parts House. They're pretty good. Oh, man.
Yeah, Al, we're having a fire sale. Chubby Butcher just took a picture of, I think, 6 of my mowers that I've got here that we're gonna, I don't know, sell if a customer needs one. And I said, put them on Marketplace for $1,200 for all of them. And one of them's worth $3,000 to buy brand new.
Wow.
Well, that commercial Toro, it's to buy a new one, it's $3,000.
Wow.
So we'll see if somebody's gonna make an offer.
Yeah, it's funny. At the beginning of the season, everybody wants mowers, and then it sort of slows down a little bit.
Yeah, it's slowed down right now.
Yeah, it'll speed up once the leaves start coming down. Everybody will want baggers.
Yeah. I got a bunch of bagger parts in the back. Oof. For Robert's type machine, too.
Mm.
I think one year some guy was selling just the tubes from the bagger to the first tubing, and I bought about 10 of those suckers.
Wow.
Yeah, they get expensive if you try to go OEM. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the ones they always screw up and put duct tape on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the ones that attach to the deck, they don't know how to connect those rubber clips, and the blades end up cutting holes in them.
Oh, wow. I think I'm going to put the axle back on this thing. It's kind of annoying me it being all lopsided in the background.
It's pouring down now.
No, it stopped raining here. It rained for about 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
I got caught in it while I was doing the hedge trimming.
I hooked up my 275-gallon water tub, and we'll see if it fills it up. Yeah, I had new gutters put in, so it should work pretty good.
You got the leaf guards on them?
Yeah, stainless steel on top.
Yeah, yeah. Saves you a lot of work, man. A lot of work.
A little better.
Yeah. Yeah, Hank, it looks like it's all coming up your way.
Yeah, it is.
Which means it's heading
Yeah.
my way.
We got a little bit of a lull right now.
Yeah.
Jake's been getting a lot of riders in recently that people say I need a new drive belt. I gotta put it into the highest gear to get it to cut. And can you pick it up and put a new drive belt on? All three of the machines that he picked up, they had changed their own oil, got oil all over the pulleys, all over the belts.
Yep.
The belts would have been fine. The one guy didn't put his oil cap back on, so
Ooh.
all the oil was blowing out through the dipstick, right all over the frame and the engine. And the other guy there's a bolt by the oil filter. He had removed the bolt to drain the oil that way, but he didn't put the bolt all the way back in. So oil, honest to God, Jay, you should see the concrete driveway. It's
Yeah.
just loaded with oily grass, right? And I gotta take the power washer out there and some degreasers and degrease it.
Yeah.
But so now basically this is what's happening. So now all of these three customers, he gets the oil changes every 2 years because they don't want to do it anymore because they don't have oil extractors. A lot of them you got to use an oil extractor. You're going to get it all over everything, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I
that's
had
what they did. They changed it so you can't do it yourself anymore unless you have an oil extractor. And people don't know they got to flip their machine, hand push it mower sideways.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a customer text me or call me this morning or last night saying, "Oh, I think my two mowers need service. Push mowers." So I looked up this guy never takes care of his stuff. I looked up the last time I serviced these two push mowers 4 years ago.
Oh wow.
So no thanks. Go to the dealer. Because he'll bring it in and it is so you'll spend 20 minutes and he'll want to price it cheap, and it's like I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I even tell some of these people if it's so full of dirt and grass, then get some Dawn dishwashing liquid and hose the hell out of it, clean it all
Yep.
off, let it dry out in the sun, then bring it to me.
Or charge them a pressure washing fee,
Yeah.
Oh.
What I hated is they don't know or they don't what do you call it? Appreciate your time, effort
Right.
for
Yeah.
the price.
Yeah.
They think it's free. They
Yep.
think you're going to do it for nothing.
Oh yeah.
That's why I got it.
Jake just did one for a customer. The last time we did it, we checked the invoice was 2012.
Yep.
For a riding,
I believe it.
riding
I
mower.
believe it. Yep.
And it needed so much work and stuff was so rusted up that needed lubrication. The deck wouldn't raise all the way up and like
Yeah.
this.
I actually changed my voicemail now where it doesn't say anything about Ken Small Engine. It's just, hey, you reached Kenny, leave me a message or something. That's all. Because that way now when people call up, they don't know if it's this or not. So they'll say,
Yep.
oh, is this so-and-so? And I don't even respond.
There you go.
I had one guy the other day screwed me. He calls me up. I had serviced a thrower of his back when we had that big snow. And it just needed it needed a carburetor on an errands. And did that for him, got him all set. He says, oh, I got a Cub Cadet XT1, says it won't start. I said, what'd you do to it? He goes, no, it's been sitting for a couple of weeks, it just won't start. I said, how's the battery? Oh, battery's good, charged it, this and that, whatever. And that doesn't mean anything to me. So I have one of those Noco battery jumpers, the little ones. They're about 2 packs of cigarettes, it looks like. Anyway, so I take that over there. I lift up the seat after work. It was on the way home. I connect it back up, choke on, brake pedal down, boom, starts right up. He looks at me.
Wow.
Oh, and I said to him, I go, you said the battery's good. The date on the battery was like 2019. I said, these batteries are only good for 1 to 3 years, depending.
Yep.
And I said to him, he goes, I said, show me your charger. He had it on a Harbor Freight trickle charger, like a 1 amp. You know, and I said that's not going to revive a dead battery. You know.
No.
So anyway, so he goes, "How much I owe you?" Like I said, it was on the way home. It cost me $1 in gas. I said, "Give me $5 for my time. I'll buy a cup of coffee." So I'm
There you
sitting
go.
in my truck, and after a couple minutes, the guy he stiffed me. He didn't come out. So I said, "I'm not calling him." I was like, "You know what? The next
Wow.
time he needs something, sorry." Or I charge him $10 extra next time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, some people, I know a lot of guys that do the shit that we do. If a customer's being a dick, he'll just charge a couple extra dollars. I mean, just
Yep.
dickhead fee,
Yep.
and
The
just
go away.
make it
The
worth
go away
the while.
price. Yep.
Yep.
Well, the
And then they
last
think a
two,
lot of times, oh, you're in town. How come you're charging me $40 to pick it up? I said, because I have to make 4 trips.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He goes, I got to go there, get it, bring it home, fix it, go there, drop it off, bring it home, or come
Yeah.
home. That's
Yeah.
4 trips. Oh,
Yep.
I'm only 3 miles away. Times 4 is 12 miles. And I said, time wise, say it takes me 20 minutes each trip, 80
Yeah.
minutes. That's almost an hour and a half. I said, what
Right.
do people charge an hour? So
yeah,
you got to watch. People think, like you said, they think you work for free. You know?
Yep.
So
I had a guy pick up a machine the other day, and he saw my 15-liter ultrasonic here, and he's like, "Hey, can I bring you a couple of carburetors and have you clean them?" I said, "I guess." And I said, "I'll do it cheap. Just give me $40 and I'll clean them both for you if you're just bringing me the carb." And he goes, "You're going to charge me?" Like,
well, it's like you could spend the $400 on a cleaner. Hey, how'd
Right.
you ever make out with your Explorer? Did you get it fixed?
yeah. The other person, it was an older woman. She lied to the cop. She lied to her
Yeah.
insurance company. And I said, yeah, no, I have dash cam footage. And then
Yeah.
the other, her insurance company, the handler, she goes, "Oh, really?" She's like, "I'll accept liability right now on this phone call if you can send me that video." I said,
Yeah.
"Okay, what's your email address?" I zipped it over. She watched it and she goes, "Oh, yeah, she's lying." And she said, "Okay, we'll pay 100% of your repair." So she's
Wow.
like, "Pick the place." I brought it in there. A week later, I was good to go.
Nice. How'd it
Yep.
come out? Good?
Good, yeah. It looks
Yeah,
good.
nice.
Yep.
Nice. That's good.
So where's Klaus been?
He's in
Been-
Italy on vacation.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he
Oh,
spends
maybe-
3 weeks.
maybe he's at the bare knuckle fights in Naples today.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're fighting right now in Naples.
Yeah, they're
outside.
6 hours ahead of us. Yeah, so it's almost 8:45 in Italy.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah, he
Is
said
he 5 or 6 hours when he's at home?
6.
6? Okay.
6. Yeah, 6. 5 for UK and 6 for like Italy, Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
He said they had a what do you call it, ice storm the other day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Where in Italy?
yeah, where he's at for vacation.
Yeah, he's high elevation, I think.
Oh, okay. Up in the mountains.
Yeah, he was worried about his car.
Yeah, well, they're talking about hail here with the storm this afternoon with possibility of hail.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy weather here. I mean, it's only gotten into the 60s at night, but real hot in the day. Hey, Scott,
Well,
that's great. What's up?
last week we had, I think it was a tornado in Plainville because it's a direct line of trees that dropped.
Oh, wow.
I'm talking trees, uprooting
it's-
the whole root and everything.
It's crazy weather.
It is. And then add the smoke on top of it.
Mm.
Oh, that smoke, I hate it.
Blame it on Canada.
Can't.
Was it South Park who had that song "Blame Canada" back in the
I
day?
don't know.
Anyway.
What are you working on, Kenny?
Like I said, I had a HS45 that ended up needed gaskets, diaphragms, purge bulb, but then the accelerator pump was leaking through the throttle shaft. So you couldn't take the choke 100% off. You had to keep it about half choke, even with the new parts. And I called the guy. I said, "Look," I said, "give me for what I did, because generic parts. I said for what I did, I put a little fresh fuel in it too. I said, give me $25 because I worked with Tom from Australia. Him and I were going through it. He says, he'd tell me, oh, mate, you may have a accelerator pump that's gone
Yep.
leaking. And I said, how can I tell? On the C1Q carburetor, he says,
Yep.
throttle it back and forth on the throttle shaft while you're pumping the primer bulb. And as you're throttling, if the accelerator pump is leaking, it won't fill the primer bulb. And he was right.
Wow,
Once I
that's
stopped
smart.
rotating it, it filled up. And he said, yeah, that'll keep it from accelerating properly and all that. It's an air leak. So I told the guy, I said, if you want, I said, keep it half choke, starts on the first pull. It runs, it cuts, it does everything. But with that accelerator pump leaking, it will not accelerate on full
Sure.
choke. I mean, on full no choke. So
Yeah.
he's going to do that. He's just going to pick it up. It's an older steel. And the guy said, yeah, because I said, I'll put a new carburetor on it, but the bill goes from 25 to 75 if I put a carb
Yeah.
on it, And he wants to
Yep.
spend the money. I said, yeah, whatever. And then we had a Poulon saw, 42cc Craftsman Poulon with a dependent carburetor on it, where
Yep.
you have to open up the high speed screw 5 to 6 turns before it feeds the low speed. So
Oh,
you
wow.
think you're got an air leak or something because you got so many high speed turns. No, it's called a dependent carburetor, and you need
Gotcha.
at least 5 turns before it feeds the low speed. So we got that
Okay.
going, and hopefully they'll pick that up tomorrow. But I still got a ton of stuff to do. People are calling me left and right, and I'm just ignoring people. I still got snow blowers to work on.
Yeah, I
Yep.
just got
So,
snow blowers in.
yeah,
I did too. Yeah.
yeah. Hey,
Wayne,
before you know it, right? Another 4 months?
Wayne,
Yep.
did you ever charge somebody money and then go in your truck and wait for it, and the person never showed up to pay you?
That happened to me this week.
So what? No, they come here and they don't get their equipment. Like I got a John Deere riding mower sitting on my lawn, covered up with a riding mower cover, killing my lawn. That's been sitting for 2 weeks because the person hasn't picked it up. We've called, we haven't heard. So the next call is going to be about the $10 a day storage fee.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right? That's coming up shortly.
No, really.
If they ain't going to come pick it up, I'm either going to sell it,
Yep.
but I got to get it out of here. It ain't going to sit here for a month.
Yeah.
Do you have like a policy where after X number of days you can like sell it at auction to recoup your money, or?
Well, you have to let the people know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta let them know that, like, I've called and said, like, you get people that show up and the first thing they say, some people want to know what's it going to cost me. And I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't put $150 into this mower.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, now this is a self-propelled mower. I wouldn't put 100. Your deck is so bad. Your engine looks like it's in good shape. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got a $275 self-propelled mower in my shed. I'll sell it to you for $200, and I'll take yours for the engine.
There you go.
And they say, no. I like my machine. And I said, you really want to spend $150? Like I said, I'm just giving you a rough ballpark. It could be $160, right?
Yep.
I don't know if the thing needs a belt. I don't know. Anyways, I get the thing done. I think the bill was $155. When the guy come to pick it up, he says, did you clean under the deck? I said, what are you, crazy? I sharpened and balanced the blade. I'm not even going to touch the bottom of this deck because it could fall apart. Like, I mean, it's not bad. I don't want to.
Yeah, the old grass is holding it together.
That's the only thing
Exactly.
that's holding that lawnmower together is all that grass that's hardened up under there. That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah, I heard all of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of selling equipment, I actually got a certified letter last week, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And it was from a towing company, and it said, paraphrasing, we have your motorcycle here. You're accruing, you owe like $500 for the tow. The daily storage is like $45 a day, and you have like 90 days until we sell it at auction to recoup our money.
Was it a Triumph? Was it a Triumph?
I know. It was an old Suzuki crotch rocket that I sold to somebody like 3-4 years ago. And apparently they never registered it. They never insured it. They were riding it illegally without a plate. And apparently they drove to Danbury and they left it on a sidewalk. The police didn't like that it was on the sidewalk. They towed it and also didn't have a plate, and they towed it. But, you know, I signed over the title and I, you know, wrote up a bill of sale, and that was the last I saw of it. So I called that towing company and said, listen, I haven't owned this thing in 3 years. It's not me. I don't owe you any money. And they're just like, okay, well, it's just a legal requirement that we, you know, let you know. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not, you know. They said you're the last owner of record. So apparently they never registered or, you know, even swapped over the title.
Hmm.
Yep.
It happens.
Well, that's why when I sell a truck or anything, it's give me the plate. I'll bring it back to motor vehicle. That way, they know that you got rid of it. You know.
There you go. Yeah, I did turn in the plate too, but
A friend of mine sold a trailer and he forgot to take his plate off the trailer. And we've got a highway here in Toronto area called the 407 where you have to pay tolls on that highway. And when he went to renew his license plate, they said, "Well, we can't renew your plate for your vehicle until you pay your fines." And he said, "What fines?" They said, "You've got non-paid tolls on 407." He said, "I've never been on the 407." They said, "Well, according to this, you owe $3,500 in toll fees."
Oh.
So whoever bought the trailer, what they did is they hooked up the trailer and they were picking up on his license plate with the cameras and billing him.
Wow.
Well,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They don't even take the plates back in Connecticut anymore. They just tell you to keep them.
They
Oh,
do,
yeah?
but you can bring them physically to motor vehicle, put it on the counter. They will take them.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? I tried. They said we don't want them back. They said we'll cancel your
Really?
plate. They handed me a receipt saying here it's canceled.
Because you
I
used
said-
to say it was stolen if you didn't return them.
Right, and they would say it's our property. You know, we want it back, but they don't want them back anymore.
Wow,
They used
yeah,
to have
'cause
a
I
big
have all my
cardboard
old
box.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't have those cardboard boxes anymore. Maybe they do it back, but they didn't want it. So
There were a couple of YouTube channels out in the Midwest that I used to watch that wanted plates for like their shop. So I sent a couple of them out just to different channels. Hey, how
That's
come
cool.
that one's not in the koozie?
How come this one's not? Oh. Because this one got water in it.
there you go.
I guess.
And
So
the
I
other
see
one's
what a
got
water
prune
chaser.
juice.
Hey.
Oh, prune juice is good for you, Hank.
Oh, I don't need any prune juice.
Toyota power jet. I didn't know Chevys had Toyotas in them.
We got the Chinese EVs in Canada now. They're showing up.
Wow.
I heard
watched a YouTube video in Montreal for some other company, not BYD. I forget what the name of this company was. Hey, sharp looking vehicles. The SUV.
Yeah.
They say they don't
Well,
know. if
they
it's gonna
said
come.
right now China has over 650 different model cars and trucks
Yeah.
for sale.
Wow.
650. Now they're saying this morning Nissan is going to stop making the Altima and the Maxima. Only the Sentra is going to be the only sedan they sell starting in 27.
Weren't those the only
Yeah.
nice vehicles they made? Was like the
Yeah.
Maxima and the Altima?
I think what they're going to do is they may run it out for a couple of years, but no more restyle, they said.
Huh.
So they may run it for another 4 or 5 years, but no more design styling changes. Whatever it looks like now, that's it. They're on like the third or fourth iteration, and that's it. So
I knew they
But-
were going to merge with Honda, and that fell through, but I hadn't heard any other news from them.
yeah. Now Nissan, my neighbor across the street has 4 of them, two Rogues and no 3 Sentras and 1 Rogue, but he just
Wow.
leases. He just has like a $1,200 lease payment every month, and every 2 years he gets 4 new ones. You
Oh
know,
my
'cause
God.
it's him, his wife, and 2 daughters, and all they do is just keep They don't know how to change a tire, put in washer, everything. The dealer
Oh,
does
talk
everything.
about changing tires. My truck,
Yeah.
where
Hey,
my
Rich.
wheel, the spare is. I had to cut it out to get it down. If I ever got it flat on a highway, I would have been doomed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you'd have to
The-
flatbed at home.
Yeah.
So you just throwing your spare in the back of the truck now if you cut the thing out?
Well, yeah, I cut it out and I ordered a new one, and it doesn't
Oh,
have
okay.
that
The
stupid
threaded
lock
rod
in-
or whatever that goes up.
Yeah, there's a lock that locks in there, but it rusts in there, and the
Yeah.
lock doesn't move. So what a job! 5 hours to drop that spare.
Wow.
Oh wow. How'd you end up cutting it? Like a recip saw or something?
Yeah, I took up a bar,
Yep.
a crowbar, and jammed it in between the tire and the plate that pushes it up. I mean, picks it up. And
Yep.
then I took a sawzall and I was running it just a little at a time, to
Yep.
cut that plate out. What a job! I mean,
Sounds
but,
awful.
But before trying to get it, cutting it out, I was trying everything to drop that tire, and nothing was working. So
Yep.
cut it out. That's it.
Wow,
And
that's crazy.
normally the rims are rotted through from sitting underneath the truck for all the years.
Well, that's
I'll
why I
have to
had
think
to
about
drop the tire and use that, because the one that was on the truck rusted through the rim, and I got a flat tire from the rim rusting.
Oh,
not
wow.
a flat tire, yeah. So now I might have to end up getting a whole package more.
Well, I just went to the place up in Dunville to see if they could mount tailgate lift on my F-150. It's a 2006. And they said I wouldn't recommend it because at the box corners on the back, they got to bolt a section in that takes the load this way, like front to back. And they said because the box of the floor of the box is so rotted out on my truck, it might not have the stability to hold that kind of weight, even though we're not lifting a lot of weight. So he said, if you get a new box on there or a used box that is in good shape, we'd install one, eh?
Yeah.
But I think
Wow.
Jake's going shortly to look at used trucks, because the new ones, they won't take the plow, eh? You can't put a plow on the new ones with electronic steering.
Really?
Yeah. And your warranty is voided if you do put a plow on it. So a bunch of guys got caught because they can tell. So you put a plow on one that's got electronic steering, and then all of a sudden things start getting screwed up. Well, you take your plow and everything off. Well, don't think these guys don't know there was a plow on there.
Yeah.
Money.
Well, just that lift, that tailgate lift, it's got to weigh some good poundage.
Yeah.
It's all steel.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I don't know what to buy anymore. Once this truck's gone, I don't know what to buy.
Yeah.
I don't want any of the bullshit that they're making now with the all these spying, surveillance stuff in it. I don't want any of that garbage.
Wayne's
Got
gone.
to head out. The wife's here. Got to unload and take her
Right.
out for something to eat.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna end it. We had a good
Take care.
hour, so that'll be it for this week, guys.
Okay.
So we'll talk to you next week.
Everybody have a good one.
You too.
Yeah.
Take care.
See ya.